Yeah, that's better. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so I got some reviews from July 28, 2021. We'll go over that soon. We'll go over some articles and whatever, but there's not much new on Jail World, so not that. We don't. The latest review that's below a 9 or a 10 is like a 6 from December 15th, so that's not accurate. There's no new reviews that are bad on Moddb, so I can't
Dude, we
really
need
do
to
that.
get on Bannerlord. Warband's dying.
That's coming. I still have to make the map, which ideally soon. Summer's been really busy, man. Summer's been really busy. So
If you want help with the map editor, I got you.
yeah, we might do. Yeah, I'll hit you up with that. Hopefully on the weekend, because during the week, like the only time I can get it on is like after 11, 10, 11, and then it's getting too late. Then the next day I'm done for the whole day because I didn't get enough sleep. But you know, it is what it is.
Perisno only says awesome. Great review.
All right, let's read one review. Do you have the source and everything set up?
Yeah, I mean, I can't run it because I'm lazy and I don't want to get the
It's no rush.
version, but I have it decompiled, or not decompiled, I have it extracted and stuff, so I can edit it.
All right.
Um, and that's
Let's yeah. Let's read a review. Silva93X says May 26, 2020. Tofu had so many releases since then, so this is not accurate anymore, most likely. Things he liked: different races, the factions, their history.
skip that
Uh,
dislike.
okay, let's
I
do
don't care
dislike.
what you like.
Can't recruit prisoners if you had a bad reputation with the faction. Too bad. Krita,
Yeah,
not sure what that is. That's probably Krita, whatever. Maybe a little stronger to survive a longer. Maybe a little stronger to survive a little longer. That's a tongue twister. If not, there's no reason for that faction. Yes, there is. Read the lore. If the equipment of the faction units is too expensive, it will disappear while you're traveling. If it's too expensive, why let the player... What? I
is that a bug? Like, is that something we have to fix?
No, I think he's talking about. Do you remember when we had the issue of custom troops, and you I think equipped them with something and it dropped out because I don't remember what it was, but I think that's not an issue anymore. Can't see the relation with the faction to minor factions. You go in game and yes you can. You
Wait,
have
no,
to.
no, no, no. That is true. Unless
What?
you made a new presentation, like between the factions and the minor factions. How do you see the relationship between the Giants and Ilka Falki?
Oh, you mean like that? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying.
Okay. So Tofu fixed that. I fixed that. The inverse. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So he fixed that. The custom troops and anti-cheat system put in on roof that didn't work. All right. So that was a Leonian thing, and it didn't work correctly. That's okay. Cool. Yeah, this is
Okay.
actually nice. Can't see release with the faction. I'm gonna add that to things that could be done. Could be done. All right. At the beginning, you have bad relations with minor factions. That is supposed to be like
I
that.
got the word can't on the document.
Yeah, I'll fix it later. It's not that important. Yeah, there are no
Or
special
share it
form.
with me, bitch. It probably is.
Yeah, you should have all access to that Google Drive folder.
Do I?
I think you do.
I haven't looked at anything Perisno in a while. Send me a link.
1 second. Yeah, I'm not going to stop people from cheating with the troops, for troops, like Tofu said. But what I don't like is when people cheat and they comment there's a bug and there's no bug, they're just cheating. Like a few have done on Moddb recently. So,
Oh, we could go to the ModDB comments.
Yeah, we'll do that in a sec. I'll send you the. Let me let me know if you have any issues with this folder, but I think I share that folder in links and files only. It's pinned. Yeah, it's pinned. No wait. Did I not pin this? So it has the bugs, old files, Perisno art, Perisno lore, all that stuff. You should be able to.
Yeah. No, I'm in.
Okay, I think Tofu and Arlegio should be able to get in. The rest don't need to. So that's why I didn't post it in the modding thing yet. So, right on. Cool. Let's jump back to my original channel. Okay. Where was I? Right on. All right, let's keep going.
By the way, the stream is just your face right now.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so
Let's jump back to this one. Right on. Okay, thanks. There are no special formations. This has been an ongoing issue since like what 0.6, taken in, put in, taken out, put in, taken out. I'm not going to touch it. No children. I don't have any kids. I don't plan on having any for a while, so that's not my problem. No banners, only Perisno. What?
What are you talking about? You don't want to be fruitful?
I want spawns eventually, but not right now.
On spawns.
Yeah. No ban. What does this mean? No
Hey,
banners, only Perisno.
I'll do my best to fix that part of the review. What's his name? You scrolled slightly out of it.
Sylvan 93X.
Sylvan 93X. Okay, hey Sylvan 93X. I'll do my best to fix that, but it won't be in Perisno.
I don't know what he thinks about no children. He probably means in Perisno, but there's no context. So, all right,
Yeah.
no banners, only Perisno banner. I don't know what that means. That's no context. Tourneys need a little work to make them more balanced in some arenas like Vinica. Tournaments are not going to get touched anytime soon, probably never. So, there is no option in the party menu to view the troop trees of the units. Yes, there is. This review's not that old. He's probably just not looking at certain things.
Wait, he means in the party menu,
Why?
but that's not something we can fix.
Okay.
Tourneys, we could balance tourneys. Are we using native tournaments, or did we like use some like Windyplains open source thing?
There's some slight adjustments, like new scenes and new small things, but no, it's 95% native.
Okay. Then we can balance the tournaments, but I don't want to because that sounds like a lot of work. That's not
Yeah,
very fun for like little benefit. Like it's not that hard. It's just like a little code in the game menus, but like because or maybe it's in scripts, but it loads in items based on the faction. So like Vinica just means Tolranian tournaments are unbalanced.
yeah. That's a sad.
Yeah,
Even if I could, even if I wanted to, I wouldn't, because tournaments in Warband are a waste of time anyway, in my opinion.
but
Yeah,
not. They're good for like early game.
yeah, true, but I never do them anyway. Each tournament is tailored to the faction. Yeah. So, so I'm gonna say 95% native, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, dark 123 dark elf. There's a lot of text here. This is most of my first impressions after putting about 8 to 10 hours into it. That's not a lot. Sorry. That's an 8-star review. So why is it not a 10? Come on, man. Especially after getting advice from some people on how to build up an army, how to efficiently blah blah blah. Let's see if I can pick some out here.
But the mod has an issue with some features aren't there just for the sake of making the experience way less forgiving in a tedious and frustrating kind of way. A couple examples are, despite the ransom broker having the option for ransoming your companions, every time you are taken prisoner by an enemy. Usually what happens is you lose a couple of companions in your party and you have to. This is a native warband thing. So if it's a problem with us, then it's a problem with everyone.
Yeah.
And you have to use the ransom broker to figure out where they are and then go there to welcome back to their party. You never have to pay for their freedom, but the issue is that you can't have the ransom broker tell you specifically. You have to keep hitting the option that asks if any mercenaries are looking for work till their name and location pops up. Okay, that's actually a fair point, I guess.
Yeah.
Very minor, but
Yeah.
fair. Not only that, but that means that whatever location he gives you, you have to find that location, which can be either the next or yeah, obviously. Um, this is worse than Native's method because at least in that you don't have to go on a crazy manhunt to find your companions. And in this game, you need you will need your companion's order to help make up for your shortcomings.
One second, I'm just posting some stuff here, and we'll get right back into things. Okay.
Okay, that's I mean, I think that's a valid feature request, like having companions come back to you automatically. Especially if they like we could make it based on like if they had a good relationship with you, like in the party, while sorry, I can't speak. If they had a good relationship with you in at that time of the final battle where you were taken prisoner and stuff, and by the way, your stream is going nuts.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
I got it.
if they had a good relationship with you, they'll come back. If they had a bad relationship with you, you have to go hunt him down and do this manhunt that he's complaining about. So I guess that's an incentive to keep your companions happy.
Yeah, Tofu. I forgot about this. Tofu did mention there is a setting. We have a feature that forcibly pulls all the companions into the next tavern you enter, so that could help it a little bit. So it doesn't have to. It is in mod settings. Yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, this review was from 20 April 8 of 2020. So I think that's I think we added it after that. So all right. I don't want to go too far back. We're already at page 4, and it's March of 2020. So, oh, we got a 5-star review on March 3, 2020.
Oh,
All right.
what
This is version 1.001, and I think that's I basically worked on 1 and 1.001. So this is stuff that probably changed by now. by now. This is a very good, rich model. Obviously, a lot of effort put into the game aspect, but some questionable changes. Let's go into the details. Superb character creation screen. It's comfortably used, a lot of nice touches, which makes the whole experience of creating the character enjoyable. The only thing I'd like to see there is detailization of which choices give which stats instead of all sudden all up. Fair enough, but got? That's just my opinion. I did like I like watching the game, like the one streamer play it, but I won't touch the mods anymore, even though they're well done. The A World of Ice and Fire one. The other one is just garbage. Okay.
Comment on Bones of Ragnvald. My god, this frustrated me and made mad that I cannot put my review on ModDB.
Where is this?
This is the top comment on Bones of Ragnvald.
Okay, let's look that up.
I mean that's the only entertaining thing, pretty much.
Okay. For anyone who wants to play a really good story mod for Mount&Blade Warband, Bones of Ragnvald, linked it in the comments on Discord, and I'll link it in the video below because I'll put this video on YouTube. Not the start, because that was apparently a shit show, according to CWR, which it was.
Yes! Not the start? What do you mean?
Guy Kings, thank you for the follow. The start of the stream. I'll cut that out.
Oh.
How do you like my following sound when someone follows me, or didn't you hear it?
I muted your stream.
Okay,
so.
okay, never mind. It's the guy screaming like the bandit in Warband, like, yeah, whatever. It's pretty funny. I almost what the heck is that? I forgot I added it. Okay, let's look at your reviews on Bones of 2 pages. All right. The story isn't terrible, however, the map size and text just make it visually unbearable. Most of the items are overused OSPs. The music is simply taken from 2 Steps of Hell and a popular epic score artist. Also, the mod is hardly different from native vanilla as far as the economy and politics. It's a story mod. I
Well,
think one of
that review was also very true at the time it was written, which was before I released um, like 2 new versions.
Mhm.
Like that was the demo version, so
Yeah, that's fair enough.
yeah.
That's an old review, 2018. So, I did want to go to, let's see if I can find some YouTube reviews
A
quick.
critique of the Perisno mod.
What's that?
A critique of the Perisno mod. I'm trying to find like low effort
I
posts.
want I want a review that doesn't have a lot all this. I don't want to read all this. So let me get some suburbs of this thing here. Perisno is built from scratch fantasy made entirely in Warband. Okay, what? When 11 months ago. So this is fairly old. And this guy, a Warband vet of over 1,000 hours, and have played many mods for many years. I've tended to play Perisno only to make one excuse for another for not actually playing it. That was your mistake. Get to it sooner. Well, Perisno is the only mod you should play besides Bones of Ragnvald, obviously. Having finally made it to about 30 hours into the playthrough, some issues became immediately apparent to me with this mod and make it fairly unenjoyable experience overall. In this review, I'd like to go to point out some of these issues and other feedback to the mod creators about what would make the mod better. I'll add a TLDR to bottom as well, since it's going to be a long form post. Most of that experiences with native diplomacy, floors expanded, and Viking conquest. Pretty good
Let's
mod.
pick out the TLDR and decide if we want to read it.
Okay. Let's see. Conclusions. Can you see when this? Whatever. Perisno is an ambitious mod with huge troop variety and commendable quests and faction design. However, the overtuned troops and fake difficulty make the mod hard to enjoy and makes factions feel samey. What? Makes what?
No, I understand the first.
What?
Wait.
What is your opinion on and makes factions feel samey? Because I don't agree with that at all.
I
But I'm
agree with that.
biased.
But I agree with the overtuned troops and fake death. Like, that's fair. Um, like we have our reasons, but like it is a fair critique, and like a lot of people say it, so
Okay.
I don't think we can just like wave that away.
Because I'll say a lot of things, but I'm biased to Perisno since obviously, I work on it.
Those
But
with a lot of patience seeking a challenge that this mod may provide it, but overall the design seems to do everything it can to stop you from making any real progress, and being a warrior character in this mod is basically suicide due to the insane troop stats, limiting options for playstyles, further due to needing high path finding in every playthrough anyway. Is it worth playing? Yes, but be prepared to be frustrated at every turn as the game constantly reminds you of your individual worthlessness. Even more than some of the hardcore milsims out there. Okay.
what?
We should read this. I like this guy.
Okay. I like honest reviews, not reviews that uh, so they find one issue and they give it like a 1-star review.
You know what? Let's read what would I change. That's
Okay.
probably the most important part for us.
I'll read the first start and we'll go over that and you read the rest. Okay. Well, for starters, I would add a lot more low-level parties early on for the player to actually be able to do basic funding of grinding up bandits to get gear and money. Which, yeah, I suppose, but there's some areas in the map you can start off and do pretty decent. And actually, freelancer, I guess, but a lot of players don't like freelancer, so that's fair.
Dude, freelancer sucks. I don't want to wander around in a lord party and then the lord dies and like just to level up. That's stupid.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't. It's just a suggestion for lower level players that don't play a lot. Dragging cattle around for the first 10 hours of the game isn't really fun. Nobody does this, and if you do, you're playing this game wrong. Because why? Party speeds need to be lowered across the board, since pathfinding is one of the dumbest skills in Warband, and any mod that makes you get +7 pathfinding just to evade parties when you have 20 people is just ridiculous. I would also probably lower the number of parties that spawn per faction, since between demon worshippers, old god fanatics, Amazons, eagle knights, limbar knights, wolf knights, and more, there are many high-tier hostile parties on the map that the early game grind get compounded by the ever-present threat of getting tagged by someone while you were just trying to fast travel to another city by speeding up time. I get what he's saying with this, but this has been every time someone comments on this like early game stuff, it's always the same. And I've seen a lot of those same people come back and like, hey, I learned that Perisno's hard, and it's a lot harder than a lot of the mods. Compared to like with the Clash of whatever what do you call it now, Game of Thrones mod, this Perisno's a walk in the park compared to those mods. So, what do you think about this first part?
I think that we can add more low-level parties, and I think that, like I was saying, I'll make a quest for you today. Um, we can make that an event for low-level players in particular to like get a boost, or for like maybe around level 10 or something. You know, give the yeah.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
make the early game less painful. And I think also if we add some like new minor factions that are totally weak, then we could do what he wants to have us do of like lowering the number of parties spawned per faction. We can't do that right now because we don't want the map to become empty. But if we add a bunch of low level bandits of various types, they should be like not just looters. You know, we have to add like new minor factions of bozos that are easy to kill. Then we can make the progression easier.
Well, that's going back to my comment of there's areas of the map that are pretty easy to work with. Like Tolrania is pretty easy if you stay around the cities and stuff. Like the
Yeah, but
Reichsdorf
you added
area,
the Chlamydians.
Primorians. Yeah. Well, I said stay near the city. Don't go wandering out in the areas where they spawn. Also near the Reichsdrachen, near the giant area as well. There's a lot of snow crawlers. They're pretty easy. I mean, obviously you don't want to start near the Folly area, which you're going to get murdered. You're going to get destroyed every time early game. I mean, veterans of Perisno know that, but it's a fair comment. I mean, all right. Do you want to keep reading or should I?
I'll keep reading in a second. I'm reading what Tofu is saying,
Okay.
but I don't agree because like this clear the bandit hideout thing, I used it in native too. I just farmed forest bandits,
Mhm.
but okay, put yourself in the position of a player. Someone like this guy who's like got a lot of experience in Warman, but is just trying out Perisno.
Mhm.
Is he gonna find Vinica and clear the bandit hideout endlessly? And is he going to know that Tolrania is the spot to start with an easy start? No. So we have to give. Is that the story? Oh, Gaiken's, yes. Gaiken's Light and Darkness is my favorite mod that was not developed by Michadr. Um, yeah, play Light and Darkness.
See a comment?
Yeah, it's a Twitch comment.
Oh, really? I didn't get anything. Must be late on my end. I don't know.
Yeah, but what we need to do is give new players guidance. If we're going to keep it so difficult, there should be someone saying like, "Oh, go to Vinica and clear the bandit hideouts." You know,
I
like
got an idea. Like, just an example of what you're like coming along with. You just said, we could have like early start of the game. You could have an options like give if you're a new player, turn on this. What do you call this? Games do this all the time. It slips my mind. The training, whatever. Person is a hard mod, whatever, to start out. If you have any difficulties, just go to this, whatever. It kind of leads you can turn that off and just play how you want it if you're a veteran and stuff like that. Like tutorial mode, right? Yeah. I mean,
uh,
that would
not
be.
that's not like not tutorial mode necessarily, but we could do like a specific like we should do a tutorial mode that has lore in it. Because it shouldn't just be like, hey, if you want to farm money easily, go to Vinica and do the clear the bandit hideout. Like, there should be lore, there should be a story of like, oh, this farmer wants you to go to Vinica. Or like, whatever the case is, we have to write some lore about it and make it like fit in the story.
I like
Because
that.
yeah, we don't want to just say, hey, from the devs, we know this is a big grind, but if you want to have an easier grind, go to Vinica. Like it breaks the fourth wall.
I'm gonna add this quick to the, because this is actually a very useful thing that we could do for a future version.
All right, I'll read the
Okay.
second two paragraphs while you do that, except you just switched the tab, so I can't.
Oh, sorry. I'll
I have chat open, by
All right, let
While
us.
she responds, what do you?
Okay.
Oh,
I
we're looking at Steam comments.
I just want to read a few of the comments here on Reddit. Reddit is interesting, though. I guess Discord. You can't really go over Discord. Well, we could go over Discord suggested later, but yeah, let's just do comments quickly. Person top three. Fat finding.
Hey! As a German speaker, what do you think of the Reich des Drachens, not Reich des Drachen?
Say that again. It's
As a
Reich.
German speaker, what do you think of the grammatical critique?
Oh, my one. It's Reich des Drachens, not Reich des Drachen. I've gotten that a lot, like the Drachens, Drachen. Um, it can go either way. It's at the end of the day, it's just a small nitpick because Drachen is one dragon, Drachens is more. It's plural and singular, but it's not meant. It's not meant to point out like dragons. It's meant to like dragon in general. It could work both ways. But
Yeah,
Reich des Drachen sounds better as a faction than Drachens. Like I don't want to say Reich des Drachens every time. It just doesn't fit as well as Drachen. Like it's the kingdom of the dragon, basically translated. It's not kingdom of the dragons. It could be, but it just sounds. It just works better with just Drachen. So yeah,
yeah, I agree with you.
that's a fair comment. Fair comment. Actually, the mod is right. At least if the modders do not mean to toy you to keep flying in the wind. What? To keep flying in the wind? What does that mean? I never played Tofu's comment. I never played Light Darkness. I was going around to do it, but I got a person that couldn't play in our mod.
Yes!
Ooh. TND King is now following. Thank you for following, sir. Kind sir.
Tofu, you have to play Light and Darkness. That is all.
It's another comment for Tofu. It's the world of Perisno, which is fantasy world, which makes up language and words, so we could rename it to anything. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Okay, a lot of fair points. This has got 4 upvotes. I just like to note that it's possible to recruit Telranian alchemists, and if you're a Telranian lord, they are sold in the Galway library for 5,000 orbs each. Other household troops, unfortunately, can only be acquired via prisoners, although most of the time it's kind of fair considering you also have custom troops via the household. Well, yeah, alchemist or household for some lords, so that's fair. Perisno is my favorite mod for Orban. It definitely does get tough at times, but that's why I like it. So this guy, you're gonna get 20 to 30% of the player base do this. Like some like it hard. Well, let's go 50-50. Some like it hard, some don't. It is what it is. Even when you're powerful, there's still things that could put you in place. And in my opinion, if you get past early game, Perisno gets pretty easy. To a big degree, so easier.
I like seeing what post you downvoted.
I didn't remember doing this. 11 is this months or minutes? I think my problem is those things are kind of. Why did I downvote this?
Upvotes that you downvoted.
I don't remember why I downvoted that. Let's see. I definitely agree with the early start. I will be frank to say that I reloaded multiple times a save to win a tournament. Save scumming is so common in Warband mods, for me for sure. I'm sure a lot of players do this. If you play with save without quitting, you're crazy. Unless you're doing a YouTube video or YouTube thing that just does that. But if I play a single player mod, like Perisno, it's the only mod I play, I'm going to play how I want it to play. And I'm going to save when I want to save and quit when I want to quit. So,
You have
all
a
right.
Twitch comment.
Okay. Let's look at that. For the longest time, I never knew you streamed or made YouTube till a few weeks ago. I've been playing Prisoner for a long time now. Good to see an active Devotox. Check 17. Yeah, what Tofu said. If active dev, she's the most active dev. I just do I'm active too, but not as much as she is. So yeah, and Tofu's probably the most active dev among us. Arlegio is pretty active as well. CWR once in a while, and I do a lot of community management videos,
Once in a
modding here.
while.
Yeah,
Once in a year.
CWR has life, so and summer really slows down for me because I just work a lot, take care of the family. I'm not married, but you know the vibes. Just really wasn't active until the reason those deaths for Warband are. Yeah, this is true. Uh, is Perduno still working on Warband, or has he moved on to Bannerlord? Do you
I
know?
don't know. I haven't talked to him for years. I used to talk to him quite a bit, but I don't know. Maybe I'll message him again.
Besides Perisno, I think that was one of the mods that was pretty active. I saw him on YouTube, dev vlogs a lot. So
I mean, Perduno was the plug for like our developer forum back in the day.
yeah,
Remember
is it
that?
still around? I want to look this up. One second. I think it's.
The a world of ice and fire.co.uk. But we would then have to find our developer forum, which isn't linked. Oh yeah, his website's still up.
Yeah, I
I
have it
don't think.
somewhere. Yeah, I got it. I got it.
Oh, you do?
I think I do. One sec. I have it somewhere.
I'll be pretty surprised if it's still
So
up.
there's an older one over here. So this is one's really old. This is like back from 2013 with Hibeo and something unusual. Wow, this is old. Yeah, wow. There's
Is this
this is not this
wait,
is the
Perisno creative forum? No, this is older
yeah,
because
this is
we
older.
we used the World of Ice and Fire up until we created the Discord because it was good. You know, like
Yeah. And
Perisno creative forum.
Discord has taken over any Perisno related stuff, and that's basically the best platform for anything in my opinion. Better than any forum because
Hey, I think you should make a YouTube video about what is Discord.
the only reason I still have that video up is because it's gotten me so many views. That was okay. I'll admit right now, that was the only and ever video that I'll ever do that's clickbait because that video has so many views. It is such trash. It's terrible, but people click on it, so
Terrible
that's
video.
it is the worst video I have ever made.
What happened
Close
to
to.
Windyplains? I have no idea. I never spoke to Windyplains.
I can. Speaking of old mod devs, anyone know what happened to Windyplains? He was developed. Yeah, I messaged him a few months ago. 1 second. Let's go on my. 1 second, guys. Let's check this out because I know I messaged him a little bit ago and I saw he was
Leak,
offline for a while.
trying to leak your DMs.
Yeah. There's nothing there that nobody should see. I think
Yes!
we got a new follower. Juki Sabuski, thank you for the follow. 1 second. How do I think you have to go to the old forums. But yeah, it should be I have him on my friends list, so I think. There you go. All right, how do I search people here then? At least the music isn't as trash as it was earlier. Fun fact: Windyplains. Since you mentioned him, he's actually the main guy who originally helped me or helped the team create the. Sorry about that. Who created the character creation screen? He helped me out with that really early on. So props to
Really?
Windyplains. Yeah, I have. I'll see if I can find his old message. I doubt it though. No
I
results found.
thought I thought that was someone else. That was
Oh no, Windyplains. When I originally pitched the idea, I asked him first, still the one faction that is going to get most of my time, no matter what. So. What about you, CWR?
I don't know. Probably Araulo. Just because I made that, and the leaf bombs were like something that I wanted to do for years and was lazy, and then I finally did it, and I think they're nice.
I think they're pretty unique. I mean, as the only faction that has leaf bombs in any mod ever. Tofu, my favorite faction is Galdor, but I use Spurs the most. I wonder why Galdor. I don't think it has anything to do with Chrysan or anything. Perisno's the most well balanced. That is, I think that's true. Back to Windyplains. Last online May 28, 2016. So it is kind of safe to say that Windyplains are modding, because that's 5 years ago. Wow. On Moddb anyway. I can't find him on the forums. Everyone. Oops. Didn't want to do that. Let's go to the page. View page. Let's get out of here. Alright, just doing a quick plug before we continue. If you haven't already, join the Patreon. That way you can get our newest posts. We got a bunch of new posts sharing some armor, which we'll share now because our Patreon patrons have July 6th was the last before my own, but I left to start with the con and play Venator a lot as well. But as CW said, I think the playstyle really looks pretty interesting. Yeah, I know CW is breaking up a lot. Well, I think he's fixed. But I don't know if you know, but Venator is not going to be in the future versions of Perisno. It's getting a retcon. So enjoy it while you can. All right, I'm trying to get my Patreon open.
Venator is getting replaced by the Chlamydians.
For those of you who don't know, the Chlamydians are CWR's joke of Moria. Alright. I'm trying to open up the posts in viewer mode on Patreon. So bear with me, guys. Okay, that's why I couldn't see it. Chlamydians. That's a terrible word. That is the worst word I've ever said to you. Oh god. What have you done? Alright. This is an example of a Patreon update we do. Our Legio, this is based on our Legio's models. That will be in the next update. Some of these will be in the next update. 1.4. Not 1.3, 0.4, whatever. We got a lot of points in there, but anyway. Perisno update 15, just the second to last one. Just showing some stuff. I don't know why this isn't bigger. Can I open up this? Yeah, that's the biggest it opens up as. Perisno Shield, Telranian. Our Legio loves the Telranian, so see a lot of that coming. I think this is for...
Yes!
Man, that scares me. Crusader Peepus, 2247. Thank you for follow. I murdered that, sorry. And this is new Cretus stuff. New Cretus helmets. And this is one of the smaller Patreon updates. So, if you want to see updates or what we're adding, like a couple months, sometimes before we're actually doing, you'll see it in game. Join the Patreon. It's only however much you want to spend. So, in the future, I talked with our league a little bit. We might be getting some prisoner-related stuff, like new art. There's some new art coming as well, Telrania related. It's not completely ready. I'll show that in a bit because it's still being worked on. For example, why is my Steam open here? For example, this image, like in a poster or something, we're still talking about it. We'll see. And certain tiers of the Patreon will be able to access this merchandise and stuff like that. So we'll see. Okay.
You want to do some development live on stream?
What's that?
You want to do some development live on stream?
What do you got? What are you thinking?
All right, chat. Tell us what you want in a quest. Specifically, a quest for the Bakhal Giants. But if you want to do a different faction or any minor faction, then shoot with that as well. Also, TND King, yes, that well, not that kind of quest, not the Reform a Fallen Nation. We're doing something small that we can make in an hour on stream.
But if we got if CW gets the quest done, it won't be in the game actually till 1.4. But you could consider this an early preview and stuff. But till we get a comment, or whatever, let's go over some more stuff. Let's close the Patreon. Let's jump back.
A quest for the Blood Shaman religion? Is that it? You mean the Grazier or what in particular? Or the Urala? Yo, we could make a quest for like Urala, like what's going on in the north of those islands. Maybe defeat an incursion of a rogue Kulan clan. Reward is an X amount of warmongers. Huh. That's an interesting idea. That would be a very easy quest to make. I'm down. Okay. That's what we're doing. Guykins, you win the prize for today.
All right, well, CWR does this stuff. TND Think, thank you for the $5. Appreciate it. I think that is the first ever donation on Twitch, because I never stream. Thank you, though, man. Thanks a lot. All right, let's go. Mount&Blade game. I don't know if this is it's a blog. Mount&Blade game. Change it. That's very odd. Mount&Blade game. That's a blog name. All right, I'm Surrender. Submitted by you, Isaac Koji. Link comments. I'm guessing this person's native language is not English, so we'll give you a pass. Because I'm Surrender. I don't know what that means. I surrender? Okay. My revisit review to Perisno for better or for worse. All right, let's open this up. Okay. It is the May 1, 2021. So just for reference, this review, let's open up Perisno Moddb. So it's May 21. May 1, sorry. So March, July, March.
Blood Shamanism is a Bakhal thing and is not available via the priest to worship.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't work a lot with the Giants, so Tofu more into that. There's more about that. So,
okay, this would actually be an interesting idea, but I'm already doing the Kulan thing, and that is like that's the prototypical easy quest to make because I'll just spawn a party, and then you kill them, and then you win, and get the reward.
All right. So this review that I'm going to read over the blog post, I haven't read it before. We had a Perisno 1.2.3 hotfix on January 14 and May 1, sorry. So it would be between March 14 and July 6. So between 1.3.3 and 1.3.5 hotfix. So a lot of small changes between those versions. So let's see. Okay, well, you may or may not remember me posting earlier about Pendor and some posts, but after a while and my tries of various stuff recently, I decided to revisit Perisno post-update. Okay. So as I said, he's between the versions I just mentioned. Before I ended up crashing and burning even with mercenaries because of high-tiered Zergers and other fast, powerful parties right off the bat. But now the problem is gone, for better or for worse, but I'll explain. Okay, so he had a rough starting out in Perisno. Before I had a problem with, Pendor tier tweaks. I haven't read his earlier post, whoever this person is, so I'm not sure what he's talking about here. Let's skip ahead. But enough of these initial things that I had to, before revisiting. Let's explain things that changed my mind. Not entirely, of course, but by major margin. Perisno is what people claim to be high fantasy. No, it's not. We never claimed to be high fantasy. We're light fantasy. Did we ever claim this? Perisno is a total conversion light fantasy mod. It's the first thing you read when you go on Moddb. Everywhere that says we're high fantasy. I don't know. So this is one thing that I found wrong. High fantasy like magic. There's no elves. There's no magic. So I'm not sure what to think of this review so far, or this blog post, because it's entirely wrong. Start off. All right, have a good one, King. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the donations. I think it was you. This video will be up on YouTube, or yeah, for the people who miss it. All right, let's keep going. And other fantasy races, but in practice, it's low. Okay, it's low middle fantasy similar to Pandora, with both having demon worshippers, elves, but no magic aside from enchanted items, and both feature fairly realistic combat aside from abilities, but whatever. And factions that base off from cards like Valahir, Friedsvane, that's wrong spelled. That's spelled wrong. Vikings, Drahara, Dashar, Muslims, and so on. There's a lot of this stuff in here that I don't. It's off. But the interesting thing in Perisno is variety. You have giants, one tends towards peace, and a man who enrolls. Oh, this was fun. This blog post was fun to read. I'm sorry. Towards peace, and a man who enrolls cow cavalry. Let's look at the cow cavalry. I think it's the Great Knights. What are they called now? The Knights of the Great Holy Bull. Do you remember?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Or Tofu. I think it's the.
Talk to me later.
Okay.
I'm making you something right now.
No worries. No worries.
Guykin's better stay on this fucking stream because I'm making his quest for him.
Yeah. Guykin, stay on the stream. So, this is what this guy in the blog post is talking about, the Glorious Knights. Glorious Knights of the Great Holy Bull. Props to Leonia. These things are funny in fact. They're a nice Easter egg, whatever type of deal. This is what he's talking about. And a man who enrolls cow cavalry, the Sut, and the other that has warmongers and slavers, the Pakal, which we're unironically talking about in Discord or Twitch. Sorry about that. Then you have tribal people with leaf bombs. Talk about that too. Bear cavalry and primitive tactics, Orulo. Dwarves with strongest armor to boot, the Kayakoth. Then elves. I should stop reading this right now because he's mentioning elves. I have no idea what he's talking about. Which split in two and either has strongest archers and horse archers, Elentor, or isolated, almost driven to extinction with strong cavalry and ranged infantry, Geldar. Isolated in a powerful realm of nobles. Realm of the Falcon, Europeans, Tolrania, the Germans with war raptors. This is awesome. I love the choice of words. War raptors and horses like this Drachen. And Scottish, Bacavia. I don't think so. I wouldn't consider them Scottish. Not really. 1 second, I had to do this. Alright. Roman remnants imitators, Venator, and Necon empires. This is the truest thing in this so far. The Roman imitators and remnants is Venator, and they're going to be retconned so hard. Anyway, they're gone in future versions, or will be. And we'll be talking about actually the new Venator quests or the factions, hopefully the next vlog. If not, in the one after that, because we haven't worked on them a lot. And the Mongols, the Kulan, weird Japanese, Chinese, Gaikakujo invaders of the Zan. Okay, cool. And finally, rather small monarchy of Cretus. That's some of the summary. Now let's start with the good things that Perisno does right. Note, a lot of comparisons to Pindar will be made because they're both too similar when it comes to power gaps and universes. I do get this a lot, but this is... I would have agreed with this early on in Lives with Perisno. I haven't played Pendor in 5-6 years, and I'm 96% sure this is not that true anymore. I haven't played it in a long time, and Perisno, I think, is its own brand that differs a lot, in my opinion. Comment on Twitch. A dilemma for the call quest would be, excuse me, would be whether or not the party is hostile to other factions, aka should it be kiteable. CWR. I'll keep reading
Alright,
this.
you're talking to me?
Yeah, just a comment on the Twitch.
A dilemma for the Bacall quest will be whether or not the party is hostile. No. Yeah, like only the player can interact, as Tofu says. Yeah. Also, it's not a Bacall quest because it's a Kulan quest, as you said. Although I guess this could be for any faction because it's going to be kind of a. It's going to be a template of a quest. It's going to have to be fixed.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be funny for you to show on stream.
I got my. I had a dumbest. We had a dumbest issue with items. I'm not sure if you saw this in Discord. We couldn't add new items to the parties, and the issue was we had 2 duplicate items that weren't found in the natural compiler, whatever, the main compiler, and I found it in the deep dive of the compiler, and I removed it, and it works now. The dumbest compilation crap. I was so mad at that, but I'm glad it's fixed now. I was so mad at that. I quit. I took a break from modding for a whole month just because of that. Because I was so annoyed I couldn't fix it, and it was the dumbest thing. Anyway, let's keep going. First and most important, Iron Flesh is no longer useless because in fact, it adds 3% damage resistance per level, which theoretically, if you play on order damage setting, could result in effective 85% damage resistance when maxed. Thanks to overtime stats boosts and especially the Lord relationship bonus. You'll reach like 1 in 1 game here if you rush it, or 2 if none strength, stats, or focus, by far. The best change that I like, because Iron Flesh always seemed to be very questionable long term because of how valuable skill points are, and that 2 health per point is way weaker than, let's say, an extra 4% survival chance for 3. So let's go into detail. Yeah, totally. Yeah, that issue. Oh my god, that was terrible. I don't even want to think about it anymore. That was the worst. It is the silliest thing, though. Okay, let's keep going. I'm sure the non-modders won't really know what we're talking about, but it literally held up modding for me for a whole month. That's how annoying I was with the coding stuff. Alright, no level restriction on rescue troops when defeating a party that has them. Same for prisoners. Instead, depending on relationship with that faction, along with persuasion level, you'll either rescue them or take them prisoner, or as opposed to always freeing them in Pendor, which always raise questions on why you always free or never capture in the case of the elves. You better be talking about Pendor because there's no elves in Perisno. Those who could, or at least fill your prisoner capacity instead, and especially getting highest tier units. Something that Pendor wants you to spend on a fairly powerful item, yet that always better use as a stat boost. These things are a little hard to read, but yeah, I get what he's saying. No free garrisons for the AI when it captures a town and castle, by far the change that makes sense. Yeah, because of how in Pendor 50 to 100 man force suddenly gains an entire army of 150, 300 to 600 soldiers ready to defend for free, while the player instead gains a small 75 man force of various elites and non-elite troops when their lord gets it, or the not now option is chosen. Instead, the AI, depending on situation, will either dump Marshall's army soldiers. Okay, he's basically talking about when you capture a castle, how it is in Perisno. It doesn't garrison like an insane amount of troops, which I think is a really good balance idea. Which makes sense, it really depends on your option, what you do after taking the castle and all that stuff. That's what he's talking about. Yeah. Tormentation. Minor factions, instead of being theoretical enemies that you can potentially befriend, but you always have the enemy dialogue because you are never supposed to befriend them aside from one in Pendor. In Perisno, in addition to being a secondary force that you can take sides against enemy factions, you can also recruit their forces along with their prisoners, something that didn't allow. So far, this has basically been a comparison. He seems to like Perisno and Pandora, so he compares this a lot. What he likes about it. I'll scroll down a bit because this is a long read. This is, if you want to read this, I'm not going to read all of it. I'll just I'm pick and choose what I want to, if I find interesting. All right, let's go to skills because this is one thing that's kind of unique to Perisno. Skills can be leveled beyond 10, considering the high tier units and overall mod structure. This feels necessary and fun at the same time. Like leadership, when your army expands, you really need the most of it. In Pendor, even with a sufficient army with multiple cities and enterprises that are supposed to sustain them, I was still losing money and had to rely on aggressively warring against my enemies in order to sustain myself. That is true. Yeah, to a certain degree. If you're just not fighting in a warband, most warband mod, if you're just standing around, you're gonna be losing a lot of money on big parties. Depends on your army size, I guess. Minor unit faction balance is ironically better than Pendor's. As one example, take the Grazier Priest and Heretic Magnus. Okay, he's comparing again, which, whatever, it is what it is. It's his blog post, or hers. I'm not sure. Both are high mid-tier level cavalry, yet one has a reasonably heavy horse, while the other has a very, very rare demonic charger that goes level for the snake halters who have strong throws level 1. So just basically balance-wise, likes the balance of minor factions. Quests. While the main point of Perisno is both non-conquest adventure and exploration, something that I do like, some offer powerful, unique gear that many of which have alternatives for. Just for example, if people are stuck on quests, you can ask in the Discord. There's a lot. Let's hit up the Discord quick. If you're not on the Discord, consider joining it because there's a lot going on. We got a discussion, suggestions, troubleshooting, the lore channel, image and off topic. Obviously, the questions can be asked in the discussion or whatever else if you have any issues. But what I wanted to go is the wiki. They can look up quest related. There's most, if not all, I think all of the quests should be here. If you have any issues, if you're stuck on a quest, you can just look this up. It's pretty detailed. So this guy was talking about this quest and stuff. So again, if you're stuck on quest, if you have any questions and whatever, just look up the quest on Perisno Wiki, which is more or less the wiki right now is pretty decent and content-wise, but Discord is where it's at. By the way, a general passenger can't ride in live stream. You can't? Why not? 1 second, I gotta fix this. Some people in here have transcended normal sleeping habits. I don't. I should be sleeping about 3-4 hours ago, but I had 200 grams of caffeine about 6 hours ago, so I'm up for a little bit. Or live in Europe. Yeah. Once again, this video is going to be up on YouTube for the people who missed the live streams. I have notoriously late live streams, so it is what it is. Okay. Checking into the stream reminds me you have no Twitch account to comment. Well, that's fine. You can comment during the live stream. I can go over both of them, but apparently, why can't people post in the live stream? What's going on? I'll have to check this out. 1 second. Okay, okay, all right. Did Tofu change this? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I think we locked it because people were spamming in it. So I'll open it up for now. If people spam it again when we're not live streaming, then I'll close it back up. What am I doing? What am I doing? to live stream, which I hopefully live stream more from now on. It's been a while. Welcome. All right, the man. As I was so, I got it. Yeah, let's get back to this. Quests. Well, the main point of Perisno is both non-conquest adventure and exploration, something I do like. Some offer powerfully unique gear that many of us alternate for, like Kingslayer, but yeah. So here's the quests. Basically, anyone who's familiar with Perisno knows about the quests. Strong unit archetype for everyone. Yeah. Everyone knows about the units. There's a lot, of course, in mounts in Perisno and Pandora, I guess. Household guards, ambushes, female lords. Okay, just got to see about this. The reason this is not because of women, but because of how marriage works. As a male, you save a companion slot for a minister, which isn't much. While as a female, you can, if you choose your targets right, get a powerful vassal that not only can reinforce his garrisons, with great troops under your Rentunu? I don't know that word. Well, taking his taking his when needed, but also can become very loyal under. Wow, this wording. But also can become most loyal lord under your kingdom, and will follow you accordingly if you convince him to join your rebellion cause. Alright. Companions, prison 18 recruits, 16 humans / elves. No, there are no elves in Perisno, 2 non-human giants and dwarves. It's good to see that you can have more than 16 of vanilla amount of allies, and they don't leave, which is nice. You can make them leave if you want. But could be done better because of how they stay together, even though they have their own people to like and dislike, and they can be sent to raise the right troll of being, which is good because of. But could be done better. I wish they would have elaborated on that. I'm not sure what he meant with that, but okay. Lord Persuasion. Now let's stop that. Random stat boosts. Pretty general stuff. This is pretty in-depth blog post, actually. I haven't read this before, but the faction balance. Now, that's the worst one I have to say. You have giants, one located in such an isolated position that they barely conquer or being conquered without player intervention. The other gets defeated very quickly. Both have too few lords to even do anything. Then you have, okay, grammar please. This is hard to read, but hey. Then you have Vikings with both decent amount of lords and lands while having free patrol ready to defend your territory. Then you have a faction that spams nothing but top tier troops and so on. I wonder which one this is. Talk about the folly. We can have up to 22 total companions. Yeah, thanks for the correction, Tofu. This is a new review, so I don't know. 1 second. 18 companions, 1 from Cold Star in the north, 19 from, yeah. I think he was talking about the companions that you hire, like, yeah. I kind of understand it because bows with power draw outclass them, but the problem is that their buff ignores damage settings, meaning both you and your troops suffer full damage from yes, even at a quarter to south, you still receive significant bolt damage. And while I often don't play with low settings unless the game forces me to, despite my significant resources, I decided to test it out for curiosity. And that was true even with the lowly bandit with a crossbow and kill the knight in armor once bolts connect. Yeah, it's a I wouldn't see a gray area with the crossbows, but they were buffed pretty decently in a few updates ago by Tofu. We did go over this in Discord a lot, the crossbow buff, and I haven't used them. What do you say about that? I want to say them. I haven't used them enough to test this quarter damage thing that he's talking about here, so I don't have too much to say on that. But from tests that Tofu did and the bunch of players on Discord, they're good. They work as they're supposed to. Crossbows work as they're supposed to work. As Tofu just said, that's kind of how crossbows work, though. Even with the quarter damage, a crossbow bolt close range is going to do a lot more damage than the arrow half drawn from a bow or whatever. It's just the way it is. Yeah. All right, for Twitch. Okay. All right, we'll see. I'll wait on CWR here. Okay. Excuse me. In conclusion, I would say that Perisno is something that I had initial bad memory of, thanks to unbalanced development and lack of polish. I wish he would say which version he played before this.
You want to see if my code compiles?
Okay. Let's do this quickly here.
Dude, if this compiles and runs on the first try, I'll be impressed with myself.
So if this works, we might even have a new quest live on stream here tonight. We'll see. We see. No promises, though. I don't want to replace this. No, one sec. I'll just cut my source. Let's put it in here for now. Did you just change? What did you change all? So I can just. Oh crap! You didn't do that. Yeah. Did you change the compiler destination?
No, I literally didn't compile it. Like,
Okay.
I wrote the code and I sent it.
All right.
Also, you have your shit backed up because you just sent me your current. Unless you changed it since you sent that 7Z file. Well, if you go into our DM,
Yeah, I'm. Still the ideal choice in long distance, but during a siege is when people notice how devastating all. Yeah, that is true. I gotta get some water. Be right back, and you can explain the quest a little bit if you want. If not, I'll take a small minute break.
All right, chat. Who's still in chat? Yeah, that's okay. That's good. That's the way I'm using it. I'm glad that my memory has not failed me in my old age. Yeah, no. I used it in a similar way. The question is like more along the lines of faction lords. Talk troop faction is the kingdom, not the culture, is the question. But I'm pretty sure it's the kingdom. Because that's what the tabs are. Are you back?
Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Yeah. Ooh, a bunch of script errors. Love to see it. I can't. It's still on the main menu somewhere. Did you get a bunch of script errors on game start? What? I didn't even change that. I added one global variable. That's stupid. Bet. All right, let me correct myself. No, I won't do that. But someone on the team may, who is more active than I. It's longer than I can do on stream. I'm referring to Gaiken's suggestion to implement building upgrades for other vassals in the realm. A blacksmith forge in the right place can make all the difference. By the way, question for you, Tofu. Did we ever make the buildings have an effect on simulations of battles? No. So like when the AI has a siege, do we check if there's a blacksmith forge there and how many archers, what proportion of archers, and if there's a blacksmith forge, stuff like that, when we're simulating the like AutoCalc battle? I mean, depending on how the autocalc is done, how much of that is us and how much is the engine, then we could do that fairly easily. Um, your stream is sucking again, by the way. Oh, Tofu, my question is, our autocalc algorithm, or whatever you want to call it, our autocalc simulation, does it take into account the buildings present when there is a siege? Okay, that is what I was asking, and that's a fair answer. All right, recruit at least 2 people. This challenging task. Or just have a decent weapon that you think you can fight off the best enemies in the game with.
Come on, Twitch. It's too quiet. My Twitch says it's too quiet.
All right, you're back.
All right.
Oh, no, slideshow again.
I guess we could. Okay, well, I heard the I heard the Gaikin's clan was menacing your wonderful horde. Yes, they're a menace to the entire world. I will. So, what if you don't want? What if the player doesn't want to kill them? Good. Everyone should
Well,
join
you
the
don't have
prison.
a choice because they're menacing the horde.
I love this. Good. Everyone should join the Perisno Patreon. Best Easter egg ever. Give me money. Give money now. Oh, that's funny as shit. Give me money. All right. No, I will give you 10 warmongers to finish the quest. All right. Did we get the warmongers? We didn't get the warmongers. Oh, are we getting him after we finish the quest?
Yeah, you don't
Okay.
get them before. You gotta do the quest.
Well, okay, let's do it. That is. Oh, Gaikin is gonna love this. Oh, that's funniest. All right. Yeah, Gaikins, this is a quest that CWR came up with in what, 10, 15 minutes of code? We should make
The
this a
attack
lot.
of the Gaikin.
Yeah, we should make it a lot harder though.
Hey, this is a very hard quest. I told you needed 2 troops in your party and a weapon.
Yeah. I'm.
Thank God you listened.
Is it 3 of them? Okay. What? Oh, my troops are not charging. I forgot. Come here, boy. Yeah, this is canon. Yeah, this is the main part of the lore. Oh, this poor guy's gonna get trampled over. All right. We won the battle. I wonder how. That was a hard one. All right, let's go back talk to this Akin-based kind of deal. Let us lift a cup of wine to our host, Boschman Watur. How was it? I killed the Gaikin's clan. Yes, they're a menace to the entire world. Yeah, that's I will kill. What? Good. Everyone should join the prison.
Oh, did I fuck up?
Yeah, the dialogue repeats itself. Yeah,
Okay, I know exactly how to fix it.
yeah. We have to fix. I'll send you a screenshot of the errors in game 2 as well. Give me money now.
Um,
Quest log
no,
updated.
the screenshots aren't my fault, but
No, I mean the
the where was it?
the most important part was losing free relations with the Gressier worshippers. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I know why it is. I'm an idiot. Okay, I'll solve it right now.
All right. But yeah, Gaikins. This is a early sneak peek at the Gaikins Warmonger quest coming in 1.4, maybe. You know the vibes. It was fun. It's gonna be a lot different or harder because 1.4 news. Cooldown elements are very good troops so you can get reward. Yeah, possibly. Ah, shoot! I don't have this. Let's start a new game and see if I get the same issue.
No, wait. Before you start a new game, replace your dialogues with this, and then build, and then. Did you save, by the way?
Yeah, I saved before I did the quest.
Okay, good. Then you don't have to go through it again.
Mount&Blade's taking a dump like my stream is.
Are you fighting the Gaikins warriors right now?
Yeah, it's stream lagging again, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I'll download your models. That looks. Why does that have a 1 after it?
Why does it what?
Why does it have a 1 after it? Oh, probably because I have 2. Never mind. That's my issue. Strange. Whatever. Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. The only thing you missed was getting the 10, getting the rewards.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you're really gonna use this quest.
Could edit it a little bit. But I'm just curious why the weird script errors at the start of the game.
That's I mean, yeah. Send me a screenshot of them.
Yeah, I'll send the screen.
I almost guarantee they're not my fault or nothing to do with the quest. Because I saw them and they were different errors, and also because they were on game start, and the only thing I did at game start was assign a global variable to 0.
Mhm.
So probably
Yeah. Let's load the game up quick, and
yeah.
I don't need to start a new game, do I? For that? No, probably not.
No, you don't need to start a new game. Just well, unless you want me to see the errors. If you want me to see the errors, then you need to start a new game.
Yeah, I'll do that. All right, I think I'll start a donation thing so we can get some. What do you call that? Cyberlink internet. What is the Elon Musk internet thing that he's putting out? Those satellites.
Starlink.
Yeah, Starlink. We'll start a Twitch donation for Starlink internet so I can have decent streams. Okay, play. Let's start. Get these errors. Our Leggy is sad he was going to come on, but I don't think he will tonight. We'll probably have him on later this week in the Def blog. So yeah, not sure what he's doing. He probably went to bed or something. 720p at 30 frames. Yeah, Twitch is currently doing 20 frames a second, so that's yeah, slideshow. Yeah, we're getting this again. Let's screenshot that. It's an invalid item ID. What the heck? I don't know. I'll take a look at that. You didn't change anything with items, did you?
Change items, you said?
Yeah, invalid item script error.
I did not change any items.
Interesting. Then maybe I'll do a compile later with without your changes and see if that caused it or not.
Yeah, just use the backup.
Yeah. They're always having a tournament start of the game. Kulan's always. Yes. Boschman bot tour. Okay. I heard that the Gaiken's clan was menacing your wonderful horde. Yes, they are. A menace to the entire world.